Welcome to Motivational Monday. This is Fed Razak, Senior Trading Strategist here at CMTrading. And today, I'd like to share with you a paradigm shift that happened in my lifetime that completely changed the trajectory of my life. But before we start, if you find value in this presentation, make sure to smash the like button, share, and do subscribe. Now, this goes back some years, and I'm just starting out. I had worked at a certain company for about 5 years. I then moved on to a second company, and ironically, the boss of the first company knew the boss of the second company, and it was cool. And by the first company, I had already tapped myself out, and I said, I'm not being challenged here. And my boss actually suggested that I move on to the next company, and he said you won't be challenged here, okay? And the second company was a little bit smaller, and there was more things for me to do. For about 2 years, I was working for the second company, and about that time, I went back to my first boss, and I said to him, I'm not motivated anymore. And this is not challenging anymore. And at a certain point, you kind of tap yourself out, okay? Whatever you're doing in life, right? Things can become repetitive, whatever we are doing in life. And yes, that is a human need that we have. But at the same time, we do need variety. We need challenges that take us to the next level. Tony Robbins says it really great. He says, success is not finding success and being successful at something. Success is growth. When a person has growth, they feel successful. And at that point, I wasn't growing any longer, and I wasn't being challenged any longer, and I kind of didn't feel successful. Even if I was doing okay financially, I really didn't feel like I was, moving forward. And at that point, it was very frustrating. I went back to my original boss for advice, and he said, move it up and scale it up to the national level. And at that point, the type of companies that he actually suggested that I went to were huge companies, okay? They had multiple departments that were doing things that were much, much, much more professional that I was familiar with at that point. Now, anybody who's ever played in sports know what the feeling is like when you're playing in a local court or a local field, whatever it is that you're playing, basketball, hockey, baseball, football, whatever it is. And you kind of move to like a bigger league, right? Or you go into like the state level, or you go to college level. And then you're a little bit intimidated because, you knew you were good at this level, okay? In the Pee-wee level. Are you good in the higher level and then, professional? And, those that outshine, they make that transition really great. But most of us have to really grunt ourselves up there. We have to work day in and day out to get up there. And that's the way I felt. I felt like I was jumping from the Pee-wee League to the Pro League, just like that. And it didn't have to be that way. And one of the arguments that I said to him, I said, why would a company like that want to hire me? And he completely, shattered me. Like he got really upset at me and he said to me, you have to change the way you're thinking. It's not that this company, why should they hire you? It's that what is this company missing that they can't do without you? And that was completely a different way to think about it. And as a result of it, I came up with some different ideas of what I could do actually to create a need for these companies that they did need to hire me. Now, I did end up subsequently working for these companies, and I did do some success. And like anything else in life, I tapped it out there, and I needed to change as well, and I moved on from there. But it wasn't until I really felt like I did something that was a foundational thing for me, where I was able to tap on certain and different type of markets. And I think that this is something that we kind of lose sight of, all right? Either because we don't have the confidence, or we don't have we're too vulnerable to fail, we're scared of failure, we're scared of success, whatever it is. It's that ability to really shift yourself and say it differently, say it positively. Don't look from a place of weakness, but a place from strength of some of the things that you can create. Now, I can't do everything this particular company wanted me to do, right? I couldn't be the accountant to it. Now, that's not my thing. It's not something, it's not to say that I can't do it. It's just not something that I want to spend so much time and effort focusing on in order to fill that need. But there were other areas that I did feel that I was able to contribute to, and that really gave me that upper hand, so to speak, because I looked at it differently from what I looked at it before. And these type of things is what makes the difference between an average person or a person who continuously grow. Now, in life, we do get to certain plateaus. We get to certain places where we're not motivated, that we're discouraged. We kind of say to ourselves, this is the best I could ever get to. And then we really push it. We push it a little bit higher, and we see ourselves actually get to that next level. And at that point, if you don't continue to go up levels, okay, you're going to just stick at that level. You're not going to continue growing. And it's a shame. Either you come to complacency by your financial means, or you come to complacency by, the target that you were setting, the goal that you set. But in life, you need to always revise that goal and to recreate that goal for yourself. And that is a fulfilling, successful life. And to me, those two aspects is growth equals success, and how could I fulfill a need that is not there, okay, beforehand, all right? And that makes a huge impact on everything. Now, if you go back and look on almost every classic product that is in the market, it's filling a need that we didn't realize that was there. Thank you for joining me for this Motivational Mondays. We'll see you here next week.